Welcome to the Friday night football review for round two of the 2024 NRL season. We saw two games of football tonight. We saw the Sharks beat the Bulldogs down there in the Shire, 25 points to 6. And we saw the Battle of the West, where the reigning, defending, three-peat champions, the Panthers, beating their arch rivals, the Parramatta Eels, 26 points to 18. I am joined once again by Cody's Footy World. Cody, what'd you make of Friday night football?
Yeah, with the Bulldog Sharks game, Dogs were in there for a bit of it, and then Sharks just went away with the win. As for the Panthers Eagles, I mean, I reckon it should have been a bit better, but overall, a great quality game. In fact, so far, the game of the year, so at this stage.
Yeah, well, Sharks and Bulldogs, the Bulldogs were in that game for about 60, 65 minutes, and then I guess the longer the game went, the more fatigue the Bulldogs got, and the Sharks were able to put them away. But the Bulldogs had a crack, and I'll give them credit. They definitely were much improved from last week. And the Battle of the West, Panthers, Eels, very, very good game of football. Parramatta in the second half were definitely a bit off. I mean, first half I scored 18 points. I didn't score a point in the second half, and I felt sorry for Kelma Talangi having to play centre because Simonson went off with a HIA and did not come back. So they had Harper on the wing, who's usually a centre. They had Talangi in the centres, who's usually a second rower. Then I think Cartwright ended up at centre after Talangi destroyed Liam Martin. It was a brave effort from Parramatta considering who they lost, but the Panthers in the end, they found a way to get it done, and I thought the Panthers were really good tonight. Their attack was good, and that's something that's been criticized, that the NRL media have been criticising the Panthers of lately, is their attack. You do have to excuse me as well, guys. I do have the flu. I am not well. I have had this disgraceful cough since Thursday morning, and now I've got a fucking runny nose. So I am a bit off color, but we're still good enough here to do the review. But as always, hello to the live chat. Hello to Luke, William, Michael, Marley, Ryan, TBC Live, Tom Mitchell, Bosky, everyone that's here. Hello to Jason Reader. Hello to Will. Hope you guys are all doing well on this Friday night for round two of the NRL. But yeah, Cody, I think you're right before when you said Panthers and Eels, best game of the year so far, 100%. But there's still some more games to come this weekend that could be just as good. I mean, it's a Newcastle night. Show up. That could be a great game. We got Melbourne Warriors tomorrow. Manly Roosters Sunday. Like, there's some great games. Just quickly, we got a donation here from Michael Green Driver. Sends a $7.99 super chat. He says, I hope this cheers you up. Michael, thank you very much for the $7.99. I really appreciate it, my friend. And good luck to your Manly Seagulls on Sunday. I hope they beat the Roosters, as I have tipped Manly to win that game. So far, Cody, 3 for 3 this round. So far, I've got them all. Tippin's looking better. All right, let's get to the review. Cronulla Sharks, 25. Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, 6. I'm not sure how much of this game you saw, Cody, but gee, the Bulldogs, they definitely showed up in that first half, didn't they?
Well, I didn't see really much of the first half because I was doing other stuff, but look at the highlights. Yeah, they were in that first half, and like, where was this from the Dogs last week when they played the Dog? Para, sorry.
Well, they need more time, the Bulldogs. They got a lot of new combinations, 10 new players in the starting team, in the 17 anyway. It's going to, I think we said this on the podcast. the Bulldogs probably won't start this. Like, they probably won't get a win till like round 4, round 5, maybe even next week because all the new combinations. But they got to gel. Two trial games is not going to be long enough to get the combinations clicking. But gee, I thought the Bulldogs were good in that first half. Did you see the no try to Viliami kick out? The first try that was denied because Will Kennedy was obstructed by the referee. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that one.
Okay. Let me just say this. A lot of people are fuming about this, and I understand it. The rule book says if the official interferes within play, whether it be a fucking kick, whether it be a set play, if the referee gets in your way, especially in a try scoring situation, it will be no try. Now, I understand the argument. William kick out was 5 meters from the try line. Braden Trindle, Will Kennedy wouldn't have stopped him. And I 100% agree. Kick out would have scored that 10 times out of 10. But you got to go by the rule book here. The referee got in the way of Will Kennedy. Sure, he wouldn't have stopped him from scoring, but that's the fucking letter of the law. So it didn't even impact the game anyway because the Bulldogs end up scoring the first try anyway on the wing through Blake Wilson. So it didn't even matter. But that was a tough one. Cody, I'm not sure. Like, obviously, you said you haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure you'll see it at some point and you'll give your 2 cents on it. But
yeah,
a bit tough. But what can you do? The Sharks. Their first half was a bit like the Warriors game, Cody. They got off to a really slow start, the Sharks. They had some possession early, couldn't really crack the Bulldogs. But they just they were really patient, the Sharks. They weren't overplaying their hand. They threw a lot at the Bulldogs early on. The Bulldogs defended really well. But the Sharks were so patient. And then in the second half, when they had a bit more possession, they broke the Bulldogs down, didn't they?
Yes, they did. They took their time with it, and it worked out in the end for them.
Yeah. What'd you make of the Sione Katoa try, the one in the corner? Gee, that was an effort. Because about 5 minutes before that, the commentators were talking about Sione Katoa has a bit of a groin problem. For him to dive in the corner with a groin strain, tough effort from Sione Katoa.
Yeah, I mean, it was risky, but yeah, that was a hell of a try from Katoa.
I think if Sione Katoa had to make a decision whether to score a try or just go off injured, he'd go for the try. And that's what he did. So good stuff there from Sione Katoa, showing how tough he is. Ronaldo Mulatalo, I mean, that try he scored was fucking outstanding. Talakai's flick kick, whatever you want to call it. I believe the ball hit the boot. I mean, the boot hit the ball. So I thought it was fine. And then Ronaldo to not touch the ball, to tow it along and score that try. Thought that was world class from Ronaldo.
Yeah, great try from Ronaldo.
And then obviously Sharks up 18-6, and then there was a try. The Teague Wilton at the end. Good stuff from Teague Wilton. But I want to go back to the first half, Cody. You might have seen it, you might not have, because you said you didn't say much the first half. Did you see the Britton Nakora sin bin?
No, but I heard that he was in the sin bin.
So Britton Nakora come in with a swinging arm, shoulder to the head. And you got sin bin. But this is my problem with it. And you guys in the live chat, or if you guys watching this back as a video, you guys can give me your 2 cents on this because I want to really know what everyone thinks of this. Britton Nakora was sin binned, which was the right call, but it was 1 set later. So Nakora does this stupid tackle, and then 8 or 9 tackles later, the referee stops the fucking game and they go back to it, and Nakora gets binned. I'm okay with him getting sin binned, but to go back to a previous set, I don't think we should be doing that. I don't think that's right. This is not fucking. This is not soccer, man. This is not soccer. We don't have VAR. Obviously, like, you fucking think you score a goal and then you play on for fucking 2 or 3 minutes and then, oh, hang on, yeah, this is a goal. Confirm the goal. No. If it's bad, then okay, whatever. But I don't think the NRL referees should be going back to a tackle from a previous set. If it's really that bad, let the NRL judiciary handle it. They will get the fine. They will get their suspension and get on with it. We should not be going back to the previous set and sin binning players. If we're going to start doing that, we're going to be seeing sin bins a lot more often.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I can agree with that as well. I mean, if it's already been played, just move forward like the game should do. But if it's very important and very serious, then we'll look at it. But if it's a sin bin offence or something, let the
This is
judiciary
why,
deal with it.
Cody, this is why players milk and take dives. Because if they're legit injured, they won't get up. But if they get hit in the head, fucking head, some players are just going to lay there and pretend they're knocked out and wait for a fucking penalty. That's what's going to happen. That's what they do. So,
Yes.
I don't know, man. I just don't like how they go back to it after a previous set. I don't like it. But moving on, some of the performance for the Sharks that I thought were great. There was a fair few of them, actually. I'll just go through the main ones because I don't want to be here all night going through them all. I thought Will Kennedy was terrific. I thought Ronaldo was outstanding. Hines had a great game. Cameron McInnes was an absolute machine. Wilton played really well. Blake Brayley, good game. And I thought the Sharks bench were the difference, bro. I thought Dale Finucane in game 250 was terrific. I thought Jack Williams had another very good game. And Big Tom Hazelton looked good. And how about this young debutant for the Sharks? Now, I know I'm probably going to pronounce his name wrong, so I do apologize. Taku Hawa Tapaha. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong. But I thought the young debutant for the Sharks, number 19, thought he had a really good game.
Yeah. I mean, he looked very good out there in his first ever game, but congrats on his debut.
Who were your best players for the Sharks?
Oh, obviously, got to go Senator Katoa, Ronaldo. I think Kennedy played a decent game out there tonight.
He did.
Hines, he played good as well. Other than that, they're my standouts for the game tonight.
And for the Bulldogs, well, they had a couple of decent players. I thought the winger Blake Wilson had a good game. I thought he was very good. Thought Blake Taff was solid. He did a job. Thought Viliami Kikau was good. Josh Curran played really well. Oh, bro, how dirty has Reid Money gotten too? Gee whiz.
Yeah, I don't know what's going from Marnie's mind at the moment.
Reid Money's lost the plot. And, okay, I've said it in the 2 trial games. Said it round 1. And I feel like I'm saying it again for the fucking 4th week in a row. Drew Hutchinson is not the fucking answer for the Bulldogs. My God. Hutchinson at halfback was horrible again. How many times and how many weeks are the Bulldogs going to continue to play Hutchinson at halfback? He clearly isn't the right man for the job. Toby Sexton needs to be the halfback. I don't know what the Bulldogs are thinking here. I get they bought Hutchinson from the Roosters and whatever, and they probably promised him a halfback spot or something. But my God, Burton, Hutchinson, they just don't work as a combination, bro. The Bulldogs' best player today was probably Blake Taff and Blake Wilson.
Yeah, they were definitely the two players. Definitely Wilson, even though he was denied a second try. I think he was the best player for the Dogs.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, my player of the game from the whole match between the Sharks and Dogs, I'm going to go with Cameron McInnes. Thought he was fucking outstanding. So I'm going to go McInnes as my player of the game.
And for my player of the game, I'm going to give it to Renato. He
Yeah.
loves scoring a try at PointsBet, and no doubt he loved playing tonight.
Yeah, he played well. He played really well. I just quickly donation from Michael again with another $7.99. I think he's meant to say I hope. I hope South Sydney win for you next game against Roosters, Cody. Oh, that's nice.
Well, I hope so, but the way we're playing, I don't think so.
Thank you very much for the donation. All right, on to the Battle of the West. Panthers 26, Eels 18. What a game this was. This was a very good game of football. Parramatta in the second half just, I don't know what happened. They didn't show a lot in that second half. I thought that first half was great. But what'd you make of this game, Cody?
Yeah, outstanding game, quality game. Went try for try to start off with. But I don't know, just a great game overall.
Oh, what a game. What a game of footy, man. I mean, Battle of the West, it definitely lived up to the hype. I mean, I wish Parramatta scored a try late, which would have made things interesting, but I thought they were good, the Panthers. They still got a few problems with their defense. I mean, the Sean Lane try was very soft. They just went straight through. The Hopgood try on half time, again, really disappointing from the Panthers. And the first try of the game, Joey Lussick, very easy. So, as good as Parramatta were, and like they did have a crack, and they did look pretty good out there in patches. All three of their tries were very soft, weren't they?
Yeah, you can say it that way. It's a few bits off, but it's same for Penrith a bit as well.
Yeah, I mean, the Panthers tries. I mean, Edwards scored off a kick. What about Leota with the fucking footwork, and he ran about 30 meters? I couldn't believe that. Moses Leota try.
Yeah, don't see props going over that much, but wow, that was an amazing try from Leota.
Yep, Taruva in the corner was brilliant. What about the Isaiah Yo crossfield kick for Taruva? That was outstanding.
Yeah, I mean that was surprising.
Isaiah
I
Yo
mean,
has more try assists at the Panthers this year than he does the. Isaiah Yo has more try assists than Drew Hutchison.
yeah.
And then obviously Isaac Tago scoring one as well. Just I think it was on the back of poor defense because they had bloody Bryce Cartwright and playing center, and it was just all over the place. But I think Parramatta can take a lot of positives out of this game, Cody. I really do. What'd you make of the decision to have Junior Paulo on the bench again and bring him on around the 25th minute?
Yeah, it was a bit questionable, to say the least, but I don't think it would happen twice for 2 weeks in a row. But for what he did all right off the bench.
I just think doing it against Penrith, you want to be playing your best players. I don't think doing it against Penrith was the greatest idea. I mean, the Eels did start well, so can't really question it. But I feel like it would have been better if he started. That's just how I feel, anyway. Let me just say this as well. What the fuck is the point of Brendan Hands sitting on the bench playing 4 minutes?
Yeah. That was questionable.
What a waste. I mean, Parramatta would have been better off having an outside back on the bench. They honestly would have. I honestly would have.
Yes.
I know the Canberra Raiders tend to do that sometimes. They tend to have like Nick Kotrick on the bench sometimes and whatever, but it's just a waste having a hooker on the bench if he's only going to play 4 minutes. Waste of time. And, Brad Arthur's going to get questioned at the press conference about, why did you leave Talangi at centre? Why did you put Cartwright there? I was expecting Brendan Hands to go to centre at one point, but it didn't happen. Didn't happen. Crazy, bro. Just crazy. And exactly right in the live chat, Twin Blade Online. Might as well have a true 14 who can play more positions. 100%. 100%. Unbelievable. So that was a waste from the Eels. The Panthers, the only negative, Cody, that I can really talk about with Penrith is their completion rate was still really low at 67%, and that the free tries they conceded were very soft. But outside of that, they were very good.
Yes. Well, they were a lot more better than compared against Melbourne.
Oh, yeah.
But,
100%.
I mean, you expect Penrith to bounce back after they were defeated like that, held scoreless the week before.
Yeah. Do you think Jerome Luai will be in trouble for that trip he did in the first half?
No, I think he'll get scot-free from it. I think he'll just get a fine and that's it. Yep.
Yeah, probably just a fine. I can't see him getting suspended for it. I know he's got a bit of a history of it, but yeah, probably just a fine, most likely. All right, some of the standouts for Penrith against Parramatta. For Penrith, thought Dylan Edwards was outstanding. I thought Taruva and Tago were fucking phenomenal. Talamay a little bit quiet. Tai was good. Luai was okay. Cleary was good. Leota did his thing. Yo was outstanding. Lindsay Smith and Liam Henry did their thing as well. Garner wasn't too bad. Who would you say were the best for the Panthers tonight if you had to pick 3 or 4 players?
I'll say Savua Tavanu was definitely one.
Yep.
Cleary, Edwards, and Isaiah Yeo.
Yeah, fair enough. And for the Eels, well, I thought Clint Gutherson tried his ass off. I thought he was very good. I thought Moses was okay, but probably could have done a little bit more for the Eels. I thought Junior Paulo and Hopgood were very good. Sean Lane had a very good game of footy. Cartwright a little bit quiet compared to last week. Ryan Madison was great. Offering Gowie was good. Talangi, I felt sorry for him because he had to play centre, and I think he dislocated his elbow in that massive shot he did on Liam Martin, which was outstanding. I'm not going to criticize Kalma Talangi, man. He had to play centre, and he was struggling, man. So tough for him, but yeah, Ryan Madison, Hopgood, Gutherson were probably the Eels' best, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean Gutherson, Dylan Brown, Moses, they were definitely the 3 best players for me tonight for the Eels.
All right, player of the game, Panthers, Eels. Who would you pick? Player of the match?
It is quite tough, but I'm going to have to go for the Panthers winger, going Savua Tavula, scored 2 tries tonight, played outstanding.
I'm similar, but I'm going to go the guy next to him, Isaac Tago. I thought he was great, very dangerous. I know he was up against a second rower who doesn't play center ever, so it was a mismatch, but you can only play what's in front of you. I thought Tago was outstanding, so he's my player of the game. But Cody, that is going to conclude the review. Thank you very much for coming on, and I'll see you in the next one, brother.
Yep, no worries, Nick. Once again, thanks for having me on. And
No
yes, we've
worries.
still got the rest of round 2 to go.
3 for 3 on the tips. Let's keep it up. 5 to go. But hope you
I'm
all
only
have a
one out of 3.
hope you all have a great Friday night. See you guys tomorrow for Super Saturday review. Until then, see you later.